Kunal, congratulations. Third time we are meeting Abhay to see you coming out of doing comedy constantly because like you had said in an interview, you don't even realize when you get typecast, and
Right.
then getting into something so dark and edgy. As an actor, how much are you enjoying this change?
I'm loving it. It was my first stint with the long format storytelling narrative, or a show on the OTT, and I'm very happy that I'm on this side now talking about it in a way that we're sitting on a successful franchise and we're doing season three. It's been fulfilling as an actor and as a person to be on this journey, play this part, and get to love this part.
I know actors who have said in my interview that this is the worst part about doing that season over and over again, that you have to go back and get into that character again. Do you enjoy it or is it a task?
I love it. I have loved it so far. I really enjoy. I think maybe because it's also the show is of a certain kind because it's a new case. And even though I play a character who behaves a certain way, he's always put into different situations, which are not just limited to just the work that he's doing, but his own personal life, his relationship with his son, the women that have been in his life, his boss, and the people that he works with. So I have honestly, I've not even reached the point where I've begun to feel ki, Arey, yaar, I have to go back and play Abhay again. In fact, I get very excited to get that call saying that, brilliant, this is work, we're doing another season. Are you want to play Abhay again? I was like, of course I want to play again. I love playing Abhay. And so, I mean, as of for now, I'm not even close to that.
Any of your favorite shows that you binge watch?
There's so many. I mean, I've been consuming stuff like this before I even knew what OTT platforms were, because we used to get them as DVDs, right? Like back in the day, like I think in 2006 or 7, Prison Break in 24 and The Wire, these became the DVDs that you had suddenly gone from watching films and international films to watching TV shows. And I had kind of binge watched them then. And those were like longer ones. Now you have 8 and 10 episodes. I remember 24 firstly had 24 episodes a season. Prison Break also had about 16 to 18 every season. The Wire was a longish 16 episodes, I think, and like long 1 hour episodes. And I realized that I've been binge watching when binge watching wasn't even a term. We got to know that later when Netflix kind of came into this country and that became the kind of a lingo. We were just like, बहुत सारा देखा. That became binge watching later.
Tell me one thing, how it was working with Vijay Raaz. Vijay Raaz never gives interviews. You know that, right? He will
Yeah,
not give
of course
interviews.
I know that.
Yeah.
This is my second
So
stint with him.
I always try for an interview, but उन तक पहुंचता ही नहीं है मतलब वो पहले ही रिजेक्ट हो जाता है but he's amazing. If you have seen Gangubai recently, he has been doing great work. How was it working with him?
He's a brilliant actor, and I completely understand why he wants to stay away from interviews, because I think a lot of us, if we had the choice, would kind of want to do that, because sometimes interviews have not remained what they were at some point of time. Now you there are trust issues, I feel, sometimes with certain interviews that you're doing, because you're like, it's not really a dialogue, and also because now interviews are consumed in different ways, right? And sometimes for actors it also gets monotonous, because there is an expectation from you to be charming all the time. So I know where he's coming from, but besides that, he's a fantastic person to work with. He's a true talent. I really enjoyed working with him in Loot Case, and so is the case with Abhay. And it's interesting for me also. I'm really looking forward to watching those episodes that we were there together, because it's a different energy when you're doing a comedy film together and the improvisations that you do on that, and then when you're doing something as dark as Abhay.
This is a very dark show, so I'm sure that Inaaya can't watch it. But has Inaaya watched any of your films or shows that she loves? Because there are so many comedy things that I'm sure she can watch.
So she's just 4.5. She just started getting TV time a year ago, and she's very happy in the land of unicorns and Elsas and Moanas, and like she's still in the animated universe. Eventually, when she does, kind of maybe in a year or two, I think Hame Rahe Pyar Ke would be that first film that I would even want to like show her.
So you have already thought about it?
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, firstly, she'd be like, "Who's this person?" There's an old man sitting here who's saying it's him. So I don't know if she'll do that connect.
I mean, she has not seen pictures or anything of you. I'm sure she'll be able to connect.
I mean, she's been on a set a couple of times.
You look exactly the same.
Okay, that way.
So I don't think she'll get confused at all.
We'll find out soon.
So what? Tell me, you are surrounded by your family who are all from the same industry. What has their reaction been to Abhay?
To be very honest, it's not that like everything that we do, we don't watch everything that we do, and we don't follow everybody's life and their professional life as such. But having said that, with the trailer dropping, everybody did see the trailer, and there was generally a great feedback that came my way. And this was the very one of the few things that I don't know how it reached Seth, but he saw it. And I remember him like recently, he called me first and he messaged me, said, I really like this. I haven't seen this show. I want to see it because the trailer looks fab. And then when I met him, he brought it up again. So that stayed with me because, like I said, not everything that we do kind of is watched by everybody. And I know that he's a genuine person that way. So like he can be bold enough to say, oh, I didn't see it, or it didn't interest me. But for somebody like that, when he says, oh, this really stands out, it meant a lot, and I was excited. So that was one of the reactions that I remember because it was very recent.
Thank you so much, Kunal. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.